Yes, yes. Hello to you all. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Okay, so a little bit of perspective here. Your old pal, your old pal Easy, it was on, let's see. It was, when was it? When did I have my doctor's appointment? Fuck. Is it not in here? What month are we in? We're in September. Well, I could have swore it was like the 5th. Today's like, no, I guess it wasn't. I guess it was late no, it was the 29th of August. Jesus, get your head out of your ass. That I went to the doc and got on the scale and saw, I think I said 186.4 before, but I think it was 187.6. I got to write that shit down. Okay. Yes, that's what it was. 187.6. Never been heavier. Chunky monkey, easy rhyme. It was that point that I said, enough. It has now been 2 weeks and 2 days. This morning, 182.6. Wait a minute. Yeah. 182.6. So 5, right? Yes. 5 pounds in 2 weeks and 2 days. Very, very happy with that. And it hasn't been easy. I have established some type of momentum where the eating is in control. I haven't really had any problem with that. It's been the only thing I can attribute it to is just keeping with the fat fuck mindset of I'm only going to worry about what's going on right now, this minute. I'm not going to worry about 1 hour from now. I'm not going to worry about 1 hour ago. Brandis says, are you making sustainable changes? That's a great question. Is it something you can keep up for the long term? I think so. Because honestly, I've really enjoyed my food. I have a tendency to kind of eat a lot of the same things, and I always have, whether they're shitty or not so shitty. Like this morning, I had this nice little natural trail mix full of almonds and a couple of raisins and shit like that because I was short on time. Normally, I'll actually make up a bowl of friggin' cocoa wheats. I love my cocoa wheats. Yes. It's nothing too extravagant on the I'm not like doing extreme changes to my diet where I don't actually enjoy what I'm doing. I've actually enjoyed it. The smoothies are a lifesaver. I enjoy drinking them. It's like a treat. They're so tasty to me. That's a regular thing with protein powder in it. A little bit of frozen fruit, a little bit of yogurt. Then yesterday, like my thing that I'll do every day that is like shit that I don't really worry about what is going into it. You know, I'm not like, I'll make like a sandwich or something like that. That was my big thing yesterday. I had a sandwich and it was awesome because I'm learning how to make really great food as the world's greatest fry cook over at Bosco's Pub. So I made this sandwich that I just really enjoy making. And it was fantastic. You know, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, turkey. And, you know, it was great. It was great. Then later in the day, okay, it's time to wind down. It's about 5 p.m. No, I take it back. It was like closer to 6, which I have to do the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast on a Big Fraud Wednesday last night. So I got to eat. I'm hungry. Had a leftover baked potato. And I don't just like eat the potato raw. I put the shit I want on a baked potato. Some cheese, some sour cream, little butter, full on big thing of butter right on that fucking thing. Heat it up. Boom. And then that's when I had the protein shake to go with it. The key is my doctor told me, whenever you're going to eat the carbs, Eric, eat protein with it. Because the carbs will throw you right up, your blood sugar level right up, but then it'll drop down if you don't have any protein there, which is a slower process to get any type of sugar out of it. It keeps your blood sugar at an appropriate level as opposed to it spiking and dropping back down. I go, well, that's great advice. So, holy shit, I'm off and running, and then I didn't eat another thing for the rest of the day. Now, I got done with the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, and I was quite fraudulent on the day's activity. I had managed to squeeze in one walk, but I only had like half of my fitness ring closed, or my movement ring. All right? And I'm like, okay, it's 8:40 in the evening. Diana is in bed. Daisy, not Daisy, damn it, I did it again. Darla is in bed with Diana, who, by the way, is recovering from getting spayed, and she's a little low energy. More on her in a second, but she's fine. It's 8:40, night falls. I'm like, fuck. Well, I gotta post this half-finished movement ring to the Fraudulent Fatties page. Like, fuck that shit. And I went outside and started walking. And I had to walk for, I did one massive lap around the neighborhood. And then I go walking up to the house. And then as I'm in the house, it updates. And I have to hit 17 more calories to meet my fitness goal. Diana's like, come to bed. And I'm like, now this is really going to be a pile of shit if I don't put my shoes back on again and go march down to the corner, do a quick 5-minute power walk and back and close this movement ring. So it was about 10 o'clock last night and I closed that fucker. I did it, man. I felt good. Posted it to Fraudulent Fatties on our Facebook group. And that's it. Close the book on the day. I feel great about that. Today's a new day. So I took the little victory lap. That's it. Forget that now. On to the next day. What am I going to do today to be less disgusting? We've managed to, in 2 weeks and 2 days, eliminate 5 pounds of mass. And to illustrate that, I went ahead and I have like a 5-pound weight in the basement, and I'm like holding it, and I'm like, my God, this was on me, and now it's gone. I love that. I'm still thinking that Amanda is AWOL. I don't trust her a bit. To me, she's like, the group is like Alcoholics Anonymous, I think that her being quiet is leading me to think that she's absolutely cheating on us. I do not trust her one bit. She says that in her when she said, today I just ate snacks. This was like 3 days ago. And then she must have heard me comment about it. Like, what do you mean you're eating snacks? She says, oh, yeah, it was snacks like cottage cheese and string cheese with protein water. Sus. I wrote, I'm not seeing anything of Amanda saying, yeah, I went for a walk. Present, she says, it's been a shit show week. I don't give a fuck. You started this fucking thing, asshole. Get out there and move. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, guys. Yeah, I've had a hard week. No one else has. I know you've all had great weeks. That's why you're able to go and appropriately eat and go for walks. Yeah, I'm not buying this shit, Amanda. Everybody on the Fraudulent Fat Fugs page is seriously on red alert at all times. Every disgusting person on there, me included. If I suddenly am no longer on there chit-chatting with the group or giving an update, that's a bunch of shit. Kenny makes a great point. Moving and steps at work don't really count if it's what you've always been doing already. Amanda says, I moved heavy carts, tables, and walked around my plant for 20 minutes. That's what you've done every day. And look at what it's gotten you. You need to do more. I'm not going to get into an argument with you about this. You came up with the concept. You're the one who said, EZ, I love it when you beat me up. Okay, now do you want to participate and have us help you? Or do you just want to sit around and announce that you're eating like shit and you're not moving? If that's the case, relinquish your moderation powers and get out. We don't have time for your bullshit. We only have time to encourage those who are actually putting the effort forth. You suck. Don't ever forget that. Today, you suck. You are not holding up your end of the bargain. Very, very fraudulent. Okay? 2 things. Don't eat like a cock and walk. Aram says changing the eating habits will make the normal activity produce results. Well, maybe. But she's not doing that. She admits right there, I'll take the eating like shit. Okay, so basically you're in this group just to kind of like be there. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks. We'll just take care of ourselves over here and just watch you not take care of yourself, and then, watch you complain about it. Yeah, thanks. We'll just participate in the group you made, and then you won't participate. That's fun. Thanks. Give me time. No, the game's already started, asshole. Give me time. Prepare yourself and act appropriately. This is all your invention. Hey, guys. I'm stoked about this Facebook group. Let's go have some fun and lose weight together. Okay, sure. I like it. Everybody signs up. Everybody participates. Amanda goes AWOL. And then when we finally get her back in, oh, yeah, I've had a hard week. I know you all have had great weeks. There's nothing in your individual lives that is more important than the tough week I'm having. Ugh. The next thing I want to hear from you is that you've actually had some success. My God. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Makes Facebook group, gives us excuses as to why she's not participating in Facebook group. our support group of people who are trying to improve their lives step by step. And now, instead of getting steps from you, I'm getting excuses and nonsense. Bullshit. I don't believe a word of this. Brandis seems to be able to do it okay. Kenny seems to be doing okay, except for when he eats 6 Oreos in the middle of the night. Nikki's lost 7 pounds. Congratulations. That makes me happy. So what the hell is going on? And Kenny is suffering with a debilitating back injury and can't sleep through the night. Amanda says, I'm happy to discuss it if you want to call me. Nope, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want you to spend the day today not eating a pound of chocolate and walking. That's all I want. And I don't want to hear, the next thing I want to hear from you is, you're right. I don't know what happened to me. I'm back on board. No more excuses, dick. Ryan's lost 4.6 pounds. He's pre-diabetic. He says allegedly. I don't know why he says allegedly. By the way, make sure you weigh yourself in the morning. My God. So I am excited. I am excited about the prospect, except for I'm not excited about Amanda's excuse making. That's bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, John is back. If anybody wants to say anything to John, John is here. He says Eric has no problem fat shaming. Well, John, we're in a weight loss support group, you dummy. The point of this is she created a group so we can all get together and support each other in losing weight. And the idea was, if they don't, then we'll bust their balls. And there's Amanda says, I want him to fat shame. That's what everybody signed up for. Now, I know you like coming in here and stirring the pot, but unfortunately, what we're doing here is actually appropriate. It's what we set up. You should join. Everybody's correcting you now. Megan says, John, we all signed up to be fat shamed and be jerks to each other. It's a mutual agreement. John, you should, Ryan says you should join us. It would do your body good to get out and move a little bit. Chris says, please no. John's not that popular around here. But thanks for checking out the show again. All right. Now, about our lovely dog, Darla, here. Okay. I picked that sweet little thing up from the vet, and she's got her cone of shame. Now, about the cone of shame, it's called the e-collar. It goes around their head, looks like a lampshade. Okay. When the dog has it on, it doesn't have the ability to, lick the incision point, which could cause it harm, maybe damage the stitches and cause trouble in the dog's recovery from getting spayed. So she comes out, and she's just, she's only been out of sedation for a few hours, and she's just not normal. She's just like, fuck this. Okay. Dog's walking around. put her in the car, get her home. By the way, that e-collar is kind of a shit show. We have always, the second that the dog walks out of the vet, we've taken the e-collar off almost immediately. It's like impossible for the dog to do anything. She's low to the ground, so the thing is actually hitting the ground, and it's causing her to trip and causing her stress. It's terrible. John, I'm going to silence you because you're annoying everybody again. You're on a short leash here. You can stay and enjoy the show, but I'm gonna silence you because you're distracting everybody. So we take the damn thing off immediately. We've never had a problem. I just have to keep a close eye on her. Now, if she were alone for extended time, I might put it on her. But if she has that thing on, she doesn't sleep. She doesn't eat. It's terrible. So take that thing off. Get home. She hasn't eaten. And we're just about to give her some food. A little bit. Because if you give her too much, the dog can throw up. Too late. She manages to get on the couch. And I come walking up to her, and I'm like, Jesus, I didn't think you'd be able to get up on the couch. But she did, no problem. And then she's like, I have seconds to act. Now, between the couch and the carpet is the better option. That's quite easily cleaned with the machine, you know? This is not a fabric couch. It is it's a leather couch, and so then she pukes, and where it lands, it then all drains into the couch. This is like the type of incident where you just burn the couch at this point. And the quickness and speed at which everything that was in the dog's stomach landing on the couch and then disappearing into the couch was stunning. So I just go, I didn't want to yell at her or anything. Jesus Christ, she's coming out of sedation. So I go, oh, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Here, let's get you off of there. Pick her up, put her down on the carpet. She then pukes again on the carpet. So then it's like, put on the gloves that come up to her elbow, and I had to take apart the couch and to clean it. And that took forever. My God. So that was ugly. But she's fine. She's doing okay. They said no playtime for 7 days. And that's asking a lot. Because Bruce always wants to play. So I have to keep an eye on them because I don't want them to, have an issue. Haul the couch to East Lansing for the kids to burn in the streets. Don't burn the couch. Sell it on Marketplace. Someone like you'll buy it. That's true. We're going to keep the couch, though. I have sworn to Diana, we don't buy new furniture in this house. I said, if we are going to go ahead and have 4 dogs, and we don't care if they get on furniture, and we don't, there is no point in buying new furniture ever, because 1 week after we get new furniture, it looks like old furniture. Thus, that's a bad idea. So I made the deal with her. I go, if you can find me something great on Marketplace, I will buy it for you. But there is no way in hell we are going to go ahead and buy new furniture with 4 dogs and 2 cats. Every day, our animal pukes. Typically, it's the cats. But no. I mean, come on now. It's a challenge just to keep this house from smelling like fuck. And we may be nose blind. Have you ever heard, like when you're around something that smells like fuck for extended time, you start to become immune to the smell? So I don't know. I would have to have somebody come in and say, hey, I want you to be honest with me. Does it smell like shit? Does it smell like shitty dog? Does it smell like Irvine's bathroom after Ashley decides to give the puppy a bath in the sink? Megan says, if you want another cat, Jake is great, but I can't with his animal killing. Oh, your cat goes out and kills things in the neighborhood. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, I always like to point out when an absolute legend in the radio industry is in the room, he's probably blushing and telling me to shut the fuck up. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Eric Nagel. You can find E-Rock, his podcast. It's Eric Nagel. Also, he does the podcast with Brian Johnson from Tell 'em Steve Dave called Would You Kindly? At least I hope you still do that. On Compound Media. And that is, of course, where E-Rock hosts me somehow from time to time. In 2 years and 1 month, I have published 12 shows. That averages out to 1 every 2 months. Would You Kindly ended in May, I'm now informed. Holy fuck, that's embarrassing. Fuck me. Sir Bob of Oliver says, bring back Would You Kindly. I feel bad about not knowing that. What an asshole. Nevertheless, God, what was I going to say about that? I had something in my brain I was going to say. Oh, on the latest edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast on Compound, somebody watched it and referred to me as Bizarro Gavin McGinnis. E-Rock says, I'm looking forward to the Eric Zane Halloween special because when I do those shows, my opinions sound like no one on Compound Media. And I'm just waiting for the day when E-Rock says, yeah, you've said too much. You're not welcome back. I usually say many things insulting about people who think like most of the people on Compound Media. But I'm hoping that the audience's skin is thick for the 5 to 10 people that enjoy my show on there, and they take it with a grain of salt. E-Rock says, grow a mustache and put on a Hawaiian shirt. E-Rock, you've got a lot of fans in here. Sir Bob of Oliver, Nick in the arena, he's a fan too. It's good to see that you are here. There is Nick right there. He says, I'm waiting for the day they fire Gio Bisconte. I don't understand the dislike for Gino Bisconte. I think he's very talented. You got to have somebody on there who's willing to stir the pot like that. He's quite good at thinking on his feet. I don't see any issues with him. I don't see any issues with Gino. I don't see any issues with Gavin McInnes. I think that Gavin might be one of the most talented people I've ever heard on a microphone. He's a psychopath, but he's very, very good. Are you kidding me? These are the people you want. You know? Nick says, I was a longtime O&A fan. Well, who wasn't? I was so intimidated by Opie and Anthony back in the day when they showed up in Grand Rapids. Sir Bob of Oliver says, I'm actually here from Compound. Didn't know you had a show until you were on with Anthony. Oh, that's fantastic. That's wonderful. Very, very cool. Yeah, that story goes back the O&A days here in Grand Rapids. We had just started to get a footing for about 2 years prior to them arriving in Grand Rapids by doing our show. And then typically in radio, when you get kind of over the hump where everybody's listening, no matter what you put in, it's tough to fuck that up. You really got to work to fuck it up if you start to really start to kick ass. So they got in, I think, just a bit too late. But of all the things that I did in radio that I was worried about when we did start to have any type of success was that show. Because I'd heard it enough that I was like, Jesus, fuck. They're funnier than we are. And if it's going to be between us doing our thing and them, the attention they command, they will get more attention from the things that they talk about and the things that they do and the trouble that they get in. So I was very, very worried. So then every month we would get these trend ratings, and for some fucking reason, it never caught on in Grand Rapids. And I was like, are you kidding me? How? I know what I would put a tape in the tape recorder and record their show. This is what I would do. I would record our show and then their show in real time. All right. And so you've got 60 minutes of audio starting the recordings at exact same time. Let's say it's 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So I want to hear, I'm trying to recreate what an average person is doing in the car. And if they start listening to us and then I press play on both at the same time and turn the volume down on one boombox. Got two boomboxes. This is back in the day. One goes down. The Opie and Anthony one is down. And then ours is up. So I'm listening for something for interesting now. And then when it starts to lull, I'm like, all right, now I'm going to act like the average listener and turn this off and turn the volume down on my show and turn their volume up. And then I kept now it's tough to separate because I'm on the show, but I'm trying to think like a listener. I'm like, well, this is more interesting. So, and then I'm running a timer on both as to how long I'm listening to one tape and how long I'm listening to another tape. And, in the hour, 40 of the minutes I was listening to Opie and Anthony because it was more interesting than what we were doing. I was like, oh my God, and I'm putting all this time and energy into it. We're going to lose everything. We're dead. Holy fucking shit. And then the ratings come back and no one's listening. I'm like, what the fuck? How? What? E-Rock says a lot of places thought we were, quote, too New York or East Coast, so they wouldn't try the show. My God. And then there was the time when Michael Gray, E-Rock, do you remember Michael Gray? Okay. Michael Gray and Cluck. Opie and Anthony. Okay. Opie and Anthony
because his stock
shit canned. I've played this from time to time in Grand Rapids. And they put this on. And Gray, the backstory with Gray is he was on WGRD and then our show moved in and he got fired. So he winds up running this radio station, and Opie and Anthony are on. They fire Opie and Anthony, and then Gray starts talking shit about them. Eventually, Gray is on this same station when it's sports in the morning, and then when I got fired from Freeburg Hot Wings, they fired him again and put me on. So twice I've replaced this asshole. But back to when O&A got fired and they put Gray on, he starts talking shit about Opie and Anthony. They find out about it and they call.
Went from $19 down to 85.
Anthony's bitching. He's bitching about it was then known as Citadel Broadcasting, and they really fucked up Citadel. It eventually became Cumulus. It was this guy by the name of Fareed, and I forgot the chick's name, but they kind of fucked up the company.
Cents. Mm-hmm. And that means
and Anthony's pissed off.
We got to go, and they got to drag in program directors and janitors to do morning shows.
Save money.
And that's the bottom line. They're doing this to save money. And, I hope it works for you because...
well, let's see. Let's see if it's working for them. This is some audio of Gray and Cluck. These guys replaced us in
Gray and Cluck. Ugh.
Hey, I know I have a dopey radio name, but it's a dumb nickname I got when I was 12. These guys actually come up with names like this thinking it's going to be the next great...
Opie was so much sharper when he was on the radio. He's just not the same when he's talking monologue style on a podcast.
Thing in radio. Gray and Cluck, everyone.
Top of the morning.
What's up?
6:02 Monday. I believe that I had the world's worst night of sleep ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think I shut my eyes for more than about 11 and a half minutes at any point during the night. It's one of those where you look at the clock like, 7 minutes since the last time I looked at it.
Yeah, that
Hey, look,
sucks.
6 more minutes of my life has gone by. Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun to deal with today.
Yeah.
You just heard the edgiest show on radio. Gray and Cluck. Pew, pew, pew. Gray and Cluck in the mornings.
They actually said the edgiest show on radio. We're going to be abrasive, they said. Yeah. They're going to take it to the edge, man.
And the guy, I didn't sleep for more than 11 minutes. Anthony hasn't slept since February.
Right. Shut it. Tired of it.
Tell you.
Okay.
Gray and Cluck.
Crowning achievement.
The edgiest show on
Crowning achievement was spending 4 hours on the road for an hour and a half.
weekend.
I'm bouncing ahead of you.
They should get with 50,000 watts. Like, you can go.
The edgiest show on radio.
Yeah. Wow.
And Cluck.
All right, let's sample some Greg and Cluck.
This is what replaced us. You know, when you get replaced by making, and then they boot you to put the program director on the...
Decency to give a call and say what, why, how, who.
Move the keys to Grand Rapids. I just grabbed all the crap, threw it in a box, moved it up here. I wasn't even thinking.
Well, dude,
Let's find out what he ended up doing.
yeah, dude, I'll take a barbecue with my brother-in-law and howl over that any day.
It was the worst. So I did what any self-respecting piece of white trash would do. We went.
Talking about lost keys and maybe
There's 3 parts to this. Obviously, I'm bouncing ahead. I'm doing this.
as a jock, you
Kind of at the seat
you
of my
talk about
pants.
your boring
I'm
weekend,
looking-
and then of course
Your keys?
I'm looking for when they call.
Have fun dealing with Fareed, too.
yeah, Fareed's gonna screw you in the end too. So keep doing
Double duty.
Well, dude, no.
Okay, here we go.
right to you.
Honest, stupid Gray and Cluck wannabe.
Let's discuss the Opie and Anthony radio career with the Gray and Cluck. Hello. Hello. Yeah, see, that's what brave radio guys do. That was Gray and Cluck. As soon as they realized it was us, of course they're gonna hang up.
Yeah.
Yeah, make all your jokes when we're not on the phone with you. More effing phonies in this business. We take it right to you. There you go. There's the brave Gray and Cluck.
Okay. It's coming. It's coming.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Gray.
Yo.
Why are you guys trashing us on your first day? You think that's like going to get the job done or what?
It's our 3rd week.
Is it really? No one's paying attention.
This is the start of our 3rd week.
And you're talking about barbecuing and losing your keys, and that's supposed to be the edgiest show on radio?
Oh man, I'll be completely honest. I was the PD when we signed you guys on.
Yeah, I understand that. And that's why you're doing the morning show now, because they're looking for something cheap. You know that, so why don't you tell your audience?
Opie, they flew me to Buffalo to find ways to promote the show. We didn't do anything with O&A on the cheap. In fact, it killed the radio station.
No. The listeners have said that they didn't see any promotion in Grand Rapids, Michigan whatsoever. And don't
Opie's right. They didn't do shit anywhere, ever.
bring up Buffalo. We were doing very well in Buffalo.
Oh, that's why I'm friends with those guys. I was out there with Evil Jim for 2 days, trying to pick up anything and everything that I could to help promote that show.
Well, bro, stop being phony and making O&A jokes because you believed in the show. So just stop.
Dude, the only thing that we ever said on this show was that the ratings
Hold on. We just played a clip.
we had to make a change because of the ratings. And that's the truth. You know how the game works, man. You're not new to this.
So you guys think you're going to get the ratings up now?
Dude, just the fact that we're local to Grand Rapids will result in more ratings.
Local. And
We beat the shit out of them. It was worse. Opie and Anthony didn't really get a foothold in our town. But this show, I mean, it was non-existent. No one ever listened to this show.
And so we're off in Buffalo also because of the ratings. We were doing very well there. We're off in every Citadel station because of the ratings.
I had no idea that you guys were off in Buffalo.
Yeah, because Fareed, in his wisdom,
Who's going to end up
with his 85-cent stock that we got in at $19 a share, is cutting corners by getting rid of expensive programming, what he deems expensive, and putting in cheap programming. Look, he's got you doing double duty.
Well, dude, no, there's a couple of things there. One, he hired in a whole staff when you guys went away. We're not saving any money. We had to hire.
Believe me, he's saving money.
And believe me, no offense to you. I mean, we listened to some of the stuff you're doing today. That's not going to get the job done. It's going to be a nice local show. It'll be a safe show. But you're the program director, right?
Yeah.
How is that going to work when the program director is supposed to march into radio studios and go, look, guys, you can't do that. It's too edgy. So, of course, you're not going to do anything edgy or interesting because your job's on the line. It's stupid. And you did take a shot at us. We just played this clip a mere 10 minutes ago.
We're gonna, if nothing else, if we can't do anything else with this show, we will shoot you straight and be honest with you. And if you're an O&A fan, apparently no one from the ratings ever found you because one of the other morning shows in town, you ever want to crack them up, you don't have to try to tell them a joke or a witty story. Just go Opie and Anthony, and they'll laugh themselves off their bar stool.
No, he's speaking for me. No, I was always concerned about Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, they're going to laugh themselves off their bar stools, really? Do you know what we've done with our careers, jackass?
Yeah, I do. And
So do your effing show. You moved on from Opie and Anthony and just move on. You were a fan of the show, and now because we're not around, you're going to trash us?
not at all.
Now, it is kind of interesting, though, that Opie would get butt hurt. It's like, come on, man. Let's be honest here. All you did was say terrible things about people, so quit acting all butthurt.
Have any idea?
When were you on Leno? When were you on Letterman? When did you guys do a comedy show in front of 10,000 people? Why don't you answer some of those questions? Are you a syndicated show across America on satellite radio?
Hey, when did you
Now, him saying all this shit, that's embarrassing.
get your start in mornings?
4 years ago? 5 years ago?
When did you get your start with Anthony on the radio? When was your first day on the air?
What is this, 10 questions? What does that have to do with anything? Just don't trash us. You guys decided to go in another direction, so do that.
Dude, that's...
You know damn well you guys were fans of the effing show. All right, so it didn't work out. Don't take your stupid shots.
I told you, dude.
Our careers are what they are. We've done very well for ourselves, and you know that.
And it didn't work here. Do you have any ideas, the PD?
And who's the dope laughing in the background? What have you done with your stupid career, dope?
Do you have any idea how annoying it is over the last 2 years to have this station beaten in morning drive by the Free Beer and Hot Wings show?
Well, I guess they like them a little better. What can I tell you?
At least I've heard of them.
So you're gonna now beat Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Not off the bat. We're starting...
No offense, but you're not. Because
And Opie's right.
you're the PD. You can't do it. You can't do both jobs because you're supposed to be the guy who goes, no, look, guys, you can't do that on the radio. So how's that going to work?
That doesn't pertain to anything.
You're a suit.
That's my favorite part. I'm not going to lie. That was all very self-indulgent. But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the give and take. And now I think everybody's out of radio. Between the only one who is still in radio is Gray. After I took over on 107.3 and he was fired, he moved off to Montana. He's a radio boss at some cluster of stations where like they have like lunch and you got to go out and kill a bear for the lunch meeting. I think he's doing okay. He just goes out and hunts and shit, and that's that. Cluck might still be doing something in radio. I don't know. Iraq says he had to move to nowhere just not to be fired again. Now, technically, Iraq and your old pal Easy are still radio stars. In the iHeart Radio music world radio thing. Yeah, we are actually stars with iHeart. I think combined we make like $15 an hour or something like that. And yeah, we have really hit our stride. Now, we each have to work 6 or 7 jobs just to make up for the strange wages that we make. Iraq's a prostitute, for fuck's sake. I guess Cluck now works for the Bear in Fort Wayne. Iraq adds, Easy needs to be on a bigger platform. It's criminal how many great broadcasters are not being heard. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? No. I'm just waiting. I'm biding my time. It will be in a matter of years that someone who might be able to help me get 100 viewers in one show was going to come a-calling. You know? That's what I'm waiting for. And until then, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing right now, earning $12 an hour, voice tracking Big 101.3 in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know what's remarkable? That of the $12 an hour I make to voice track, I make $5 an hour more to make French fries at Doug's restaurant. You have to laugh. All right. This trip down memory lane brought to you by Iraq. I'm not kidding you. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Iraq is so astute in our industry that when I see he's here, I sit up taller. Because I know it's awesome to have audience members who love the show, but this guy actually knows what the fuck he's doing. So thank you. Welcome. All right. Now, for those of you that are enjoying the show, not on Twitch, that would be Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm about to kick you out. Go to Twitch and sign up. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or download the Twitch app. Search Eric Zane Live. Sign up there. Send me an email whenever you want on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I appreciate you. The Patreon is there for you to sign up. It is free for 7 days. That has really, really worked out fantastically so that people can give it a test drive. That's all you do is go to patreon.com/Eric Zane, sign up free for 7 days, and then sit back and enjoy. Enjoy the content on Patreon. I try to put enough up there so that I can get you through your day in addition to the free podcast. Some of you have jobs that are like, God damn it, I need something to listen to, man. I'm hoping you will try Patreon free for 7 days. patreon.com/Eric Zane. And as always, what I'm doing right now becomes the audio podcast, and you can download it wherever you download shows. E-Rock is here. You can go to Compound Media and sign up, subscribe. It's actually very cheap to subscribe to Compound Media, and there is in addition to, of course, the Anthony Cumia show, there is a stable of other fantastic shows for you to check out, especially if you're into people who don't think like me. Oh, my God. This is the posture that E-Rock has to assume after every time Anthony tweets. His hands over his face. Oh, my God. What a fucking psycho. Jesus Christ. All right. Have a good one. For the Twitch audience, it's just you and I.